فاز هشام على التوغة وبعدها صار حادث والحمد لله طلع بالسلامة وهذا.
Hello everyone, how is it going? I'm back with you today because something absolutely crazy have happened in the golf drag racing, and I want to tell you about that, but I need you guys to buckle your seatbelt because this one is like crazy as hell. So let me cut to the chase because this might be a long one, but you wanna stay here for the whole story because this one is insane. And what I want to do, I want to get you stuff like this so you know what is happening in this side of the world. So this race was long overdue and awaited for by the whole Gulf countries. Everyone is waiting for this race. This is a race between Kuwait and Saudi Arabia, between two legends from these countries, and they've been bashing each other. When I say bashing, like literally bashing each other, and they are going against each other in this legendary race. Representing the Saudi Arabia, we have the king of the drag racing, the king with a solid track record, having butchered so many in drag racing, and with years of experience, we have Mr. Hisham Allmula. This guy is well respected, and he brought in a car, a Corvette, an American muscle with 4,000 horsepower. And yes, you heard it right, 4,000 horsepower. 4,000 horsepower. It's crazy. Though some people says it's overrated and it's more like 3,000, but that's still crazy. Anyways, so he brought in this insane twin turbo Corvette with 4,000 horsepower, a rear wheel drive beast. Against him, representing Kuwait, we have the unpredictable Altura. This guy, a beast. He has been dissing publicly on social media Hisham, telling him he would beat him easily, and he is world class. And this race, a walk in the park, just a walk in the park, nothing. And check this out, His car, he named it Alkaboos, translating to the nightmare. And on social media, he told everyone, he addressed Hisham Allmula, told him, Hisham, this car is your nightmare. And this is why he called the car the nightmare, Alkaboos. And not only that, I can't believe it, but he literally said, I swear, Hisham, if you beat me in this race, I'll sell my car the next day and I'll come work for you in your garage. That's what he said. Damn. Imagine that. Brutal. So if he loses this race, he should sell his car because that's what he said. I mean, come on. Anyways, Altura is driving a Nissan GTR with over 2,500 horsepower. This is significantly less than Hisham's, but still, it's four-wheel drive and it's a beast. His car is nothing to mess with. This guy, insane. And guys, if you want to keep watching this kind of content, if you want to have me keep posting things from the Middle East and awesome stuff like this, I need you to do me this favor. I need you to subscribe. It helps me a lot. It helps the YouTube algorithm know that you liked it. Give this a comment, give it a like, and please, I beg you guys, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Now, the hype for this race is insane. It's not from this world. I mean, tickets for this race sold instantly, and they were expensive. People came from all over the countries just to see this race, buying those tickets. And people were taking sides. Country versus countries, or driver versus driver. Hisham versus Altura. American vs JDM. Nissan GTR versus Corvette. And guys, you know me, I love the muscle. I'm all about the muscle. I love American cars, and that's why I have a Mustang. So who am I voting for? Of course, the Corvette. Of course, the V8. That's where I put my money. Back to the story. The race was held in Bahrain, in one of the greatest and best track strips in the world, or at least in the Gulf. And man, this was not an ordinary race. This was nothing like all other races because there is no rules, almost no rules, no power limitations. So basically, you can throw whatever you want on the car, no matter how much nitrous you put in, mini turbo, supercharger, what engine you use, there is no rules. It's a rolling drag race. There is a sensor in the start. You need to be running 80 kilometers an hour when you hit the starting sensor, and whoever finishes first is the winner. So whoever crosses the finishing line first is the winner. These are basically the rules. Anything else is allowed. And that's why it doesn't matter. The horsepower doesn't matter here. It's the driver and how you put the power down from the wheels. Because with that insane amount of horsepower, it's hard not to spin. You can't put the power down. You'll be spinning. Whew. Anyways, both drivers got 2 test runs. Okay, there were 2 test runs before the official race. Before the race though, Hisham noticed something. Because the length of the track wasn't enough for a rolling drag race. So they had to move the sensor, especially the end sensor, they have to move it. And what he noticed was that the tarmac, the asphalt, wasn't the same after the initial finishing line. And it looked more slippery. It didn't have the same compound as it has in the real track. So he were like, this is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. We need something else here. The problem is, they can't do anything about it because it is time for the race. If it was 1 week before, they could do something. They had come, look at the track and told them, we need this, Bahrain would have made that done. But right now, this is what we have. Basically, Hisham said, listen, even if I die in this race, I'm going to make Saudi Arabia proud. I'm going to win this race. I'm still going to proceed with this race, but I think this is gonna be dangerous. Anyways, they proceeded with the race. Though Hisham's first run wasn't that good. He didn't get the best time. And I think Altura got a better time than him, so he got pumped up. He was like, this is easy, this is easy. But to no one's surprise, Hisham came back on the second run and got a better time. This gave him the choice to pick which lane he wants to pick. And what he did was he picked the other lane, the one he didn't test on. He wanted Altura to be in disadvantage. He thought he had the experience, he raced this track many times, so he knew it very well. He knew it by heart. So he thought if he put his opponent in a less familiar lane, he would have the upper hand against that opponent. In the test, Hisham was running on the left lane, so he chose to run on the right lane for the race. Now, at this point, Altura had come up with some excuses. His car was running sluggish or something was wrong, but I think he fixed that up. But again, before the race, anyways, finally, it was time. The time had come, the most anticipated race in the Gulf. The time has arrived and everybody was watching. The ones that were on the track or the ones that were on their phones. People wanted to know who will win this race. Who will take the wins? Saudi Arabia or Kuwait? This was the moment. The cars lined up. Altura is in the left lane, Hisham in the right lane. They started rolling and they passed the first sensor. Passing the first sensor, Altura was at 93.38 kilometers an hour. Hisham was at 87.20 kilometers an hour. Both were over the 80 kilometer an hour limit, which technically should mean disqualification. I think the rule says that whichever is higher might be disqualified, but they kept racing. The rule was ignored. I think the rule was ignored. But anyway, in the beginning, Altura was leading, and then we saw some sparks, something coming out for Hisham's engine. No idea where it was. Something sparked though. You can see it clearly in the video. What we then came to find out was his rocker, one of his cylinders, the rocker, it blew. So he was running on 7 cylinders. 7 cylinders. He was running on 7 cylinders, Hisham. His car, a V8, is running only on 7. And it's pushing. Woo! Unbelievable. Yet, he kept going. And they hit the finish line sensor. Altura speed, 308.97 kilometers. Hisham's speed, 321.38 kilometers an hour. So Hisham had the fastest speed, but we didn't know who won the race. And right after Hisham crossed the line, he crashed. His Corvette swung to the right, up against the wall, and then went directly to the left against the other wall. Thankfully, he didn't hit Altura's car, but everybody was like, oh my god, what happened? This guy just crashed. The Corvette just crashed, and it was running as fast as it could run. He crashed at around 321 kilometers an hour, and that's serious. That's serious. That is dangerous. When they crossed the finishing line, at this point, both teams were celebrating. And when Altura came back, he went around, came back, he jumped out of the car after revving it and celebrating the win. I was like, when I saw that, I was like, damn, Altura did it. He won the race. He jumped up on his GTR, and then he growled like a gorilla. He just growled like a gorilla. I don't know what that was about, but yeah, he did that. And him and all his fans began celebrating the win. Though the crash news put a damper on the team, on both teams, because now they wanted to know, how is Hisham? Is he doing good? What happened? Why did he crash? Because the crash came right after they could see their numbers. So naturally they thought, he made it, everybody made it. But no, he crashed, and then, help came rushing, and ambulances and everything went to that location. Thankfully, Hisham was alright. Nothing has happened. He came out. He even refused to get any help because he wanted to go back to his fans and prove that he won the race and make them proud. He had to prove to Saudi Arabia that he was the chosen one and he was the right one to win this race. Then the winner was announced. Hisham had won the race with only 7 cylinders firing. He took the victory and the crowd was yelling. Everybody was happy and the crowd went wild. This guy, a legend, he won the race. But things didn't end here. This was not the end. Altura was on the social media. So immediately after the race, after he knew that Hisham won, he claimed that the judges rigged the race for Hisham, that they misjudged the race. And these were his arguments. Basically, he told them, 1, Hisham should have been disqualified from the starting line. Crossing that, he had a faster speed. 2, he was in front of Hisham. And to prove it, when Hisham crashed, he didn't crash into him and he went behind him. That's because he was way in front of him. and he crossed that finishing line. Not only that, he offered a $5,000 to anyone that could prove with a video that Hisham was in front of him. $5,000. No way, nobody can find any video that proved that Hisham was in front of him. At that time, we didn't have the footage. But as you all know, social media, and then a video came up that shows just that. The video clearly showed Hisham being in front of Altura at the finishing line. Right there, Hisham was in front and he wasn't crashing. So Hisham crossed the finishing line, fair and square. That's what I can see. And I'm from Bahrain. I'm neither from Kuwait or from Saudi Arabia. So for me, nothing is in for me, for any of the teams, other than me liking American cars. And if we look at the footage, we can see that one, Hisham didn't have a higher speed at the starting line, crossed the starting line at a lower speed. So in theory, Altura should be disqualified, if anybody should be disqualified. Hisham didn't crash before the finishing line. And three, Hisham was the first one to cross the finishing line, and with a higher speed even. And that was it. The winner is clearly Hisham. Honestly, I have huge respect for both men, and I thank them very much for giving us such an awesome, historic time. All the trash talk from both of these men, from both of these drivers, was purely for the excitement, motivation, and for the race. They both have talked publicly that they both respect each other, respect each other's country, and whether if they win or they lose, they would both be happy for the other one and for the other's fans. There is no hard feelings, nothing. This is purely for entertainment and for fun. But what a race! This will go in the drag history books. And if you ask me, Altura, he's a monster. He's insane. This guy is crazy. He's a newcomer. He's a beginner. But he took the most and greatest drag racer in the Middle East. He took him and he almost had him. Almost. The race was incredible. Actually, he was in front in the beginning. So this time, Hisham won. But who knows next time who's gonna win? And they are going to battle in the next race. Of course they are. And in a way, he won too for making this tough and such a high-stake competition. Anyways, guys, I hope you liked the story. I hope you liked me shedding light on what's going on here in the Middle East and how this race was. Please let me know in the comment if you liked the video, and thank you for watching. And also, remember, you have to subscribe. You have to help me out. Thank you for watching. See you next time.